Welcome to the Psychology World podcast. I'm Connor Whiteley, bringing you psychology news, articles, and other interesting psychology-related articles. Where I can find the podcast notes and more interesting psychology-related things, and you can get your free 8 psychology book box set at connorwhiteley.net. Now let's get on to the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 33 of the Psychology World podcast with me, Connor Whiteley, and today's episode is on ways to deal with negative thought. This is the second of the in-between episodes, and this one I thought was a quite interesting one. I found the article, which again you can always find at connorwhiteley.net/blog. So, ways to deal with a negative thought. I thought that I'd pick this because we all have negative thoughts, and if you don't deal with them, and if you don't use them constructively, then negative thoughts can lead to depression and other mental health problems or conditions, which is not good. And as the host of this podcast, I think it's my job to try and help you, to be honest, or at least to give you some sort of practical insight, because most of the stuff I talk about on this podcast can sometimes be a bit, well, how is this going to help me in everyday life? But something that I've just noticed in these 3 in-between episodes is that hopefully these in-between episodes will be a bit more direct and they can help you a bit more. Let's just get on with it. So the first one is challenge your thoughts. And this one I think is really important. When you think negatively, it's important to think, well, am I thinking this correctly, or is this correct? For example, if I'm thinking, I don't know, that I'm rubbish at something, I should just give up, abandon my passion, and I think, well, let's use a job perspective. So let's say that you're thinking that you're rubbish at your job, you need to quit, people hate you. Well, actually examine each of those 3 thoughts, because do you hate your job, and why? Is there something you can change in your job that might help you? Is it something about the people you work with? Is it something about your working environment? Or to be honest, is it something to do with your boss? So let's face it, lots of people hate their bosses, for better or for worse. So just challenge it and think, is there anything from that negative thought that you can help yourself with? Anything that you can change? And another thing is focus on your strengths, because every one of us, no matter how dark or how bleak or how rubbish we think we are, have strengths. For example, one of your strengths might be you're a great mother, a great father, a great parent, or you might be a great cook. You might be, I don't know, a great driver, which I'm very envious of you, because I am a good driver. I just can't pass tests. So just focus on your strengths. So for example, even that negative thought that I just had about me not being able to pass driving tests, I know that I have other strengths, so I can focus on them. For example, I love my creative life. I love writing books, and I like to think that I'm reasonably good at it. And I love the communities that I'm a part of. Well, I'm an active member and people like me in those communities. So, I don't know, just focus on your strengths and just ask yourself what brings you joy, because that could very much be a strength of yours. Seek out professional support. So, this should really be at the end, but hey ho, we are here now. So, seek out professional support. So, as I mentioned in last week's in-between episode, sometimes you can't really help negative thoughts. And so, the important thing here, though, is that you actually need to accept when your negative thoughts are becoming so harsh and so bad for your mental health that you actually need to think, well, this is harming me so much, or these negative thoughts have become such a problem that maybe I need professional help. And specifically if you're a man, you can think, oh no, I'm a man, I don't need to. But come on, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It does not make you weak seeking professional help. To be honest, I think it actually makes you stronger, because it makes you show that you have courage, which not a lot of people do, because you have the courage to actually admit you need help. So, and I know that partly does sound cliche, but I think it's true. So just feel free to seek out professional help when you need it, because your life and yours, your family, your friends, anyone around you will definitely benefit from that. And then another one is, this is a big one, practice gratitude. So practicing gratitude. So this is actually quite a quick one, to be honest. So just realise and just say that, just be ready to thank yourself. Just practice gratitude with yourself and with others, because you will feel better doing it. For example, if you do a great piece of work at college, school, university, work, whatever, and you say, well done, Joanna, well done, Connor, well done, Andrew, or just well done, whatever your name is, that you've done it, because even just saying that has made me feel like quite good. Like, I have no idea why, to be honest. Like, well done, Connor, for doing these in-between episodes when you didn't have to. I don't know, that did make me feel a bit good. So, I don't know, just try it. And just, there's nothing else I can really say on that one. So, moving on to the final one is release judgment, find a positive. So, this one's worded a bit strangely, to be honest, but at the end of the day, it says, do not judge. Because judgment, to be honest, I know it's very tempting to judge everyone, and come on, we'll do judge, doesn't mean we should. I'm not a judgmental person before anyone thinks it. So just don't judge people and find a positive. For example, if someone has made a massive mistake, don't judge them for it. Try and find a positive of it, which I know is a lot harder than done, because university projects, to be honest, they are quite high stakes. And if somebody makes a mistake, you definitely want to judge them. And to be honest, it's quite hard to find a positive, but just try, and that will help you reverse a negative thought into a positive thought. And also, out of a positive thought, you might be able to get some constructive criticism that person who's made the mistake might take on board. So just something to think about. So let's just quickly run through these 5 ways to deal with negative thoughts. So challenge your thoughts, focus on strengths, seek out professional support, practice gratitude, release judgment, and find a positive. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. As always, you can contact me by tweeting me at sci-fi whiteley, or you can always email me at connorwhiteley@connorwhiteley.net. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks for listening today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see the show notes, then please go to connorwhiteley.net. And if you want a free 8-book psychology box set, then please go to connorwhiteley.net. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.